All right, welcome to Mindhopps. If you've never tuned in before, that's probably because this is our first episode, so that would make sense.
Yes, sir.
Today I am going to be trying a Sun and Steel. It's a Trooper by Iron Maiden, made by Robinson's Brewery, and it is a sake-infused lager.
Man, that is super cool. I don't have anything cool like that. I'm just drinking a basic ass bitch Bud Light Lime that was on sale last week. But yeah, that is awesome. The can art is really cool on it. It's got the Eddie, I think his name's Eddie from Iron Maiden, Iron Maiden, and he's got the samurai outfit on and sword on his back. That's really freaking cool.
All right, spoiler alert! I just took a sip of the Sun and Steel. It tastes like fucking Yingling, but a little slightly more bitter.
Ooh, okay, all right, that's not bad.
But it's pretty good. I'll get through it. Most people don't like my taste in beer, though. It's usually I usually stay pretty bitter.
Bitter's not always bad, my friend. It's 4.8%. That's pretty decent. 500 milliliter can. You get 5 cents if you were to recycle this can in Michigan. Okay, I think I'm getting a little too detailed. You would be a
fucking you would be living in Bora Bora. whoa, we're on two separate sides of the spectrum over here.
This can is art, man. Why would you destroy such a beautiful can?
So, speaking of this being our first episode, I think we should maybe talk about our goals a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
I will feel like a success if we were able to get Dimitri Martin on here as a guest. That would really make me feel pretty good about myself. I think my life would be complete at that point.
That would be pretty solid. I just want to make a bunch of money. I want enough money to fill the back seat of my car just completely full, and my seat's full back too, so I can fit a lot of money back there.
You like every MMA fighter?
No, I mean I just want to create a very quality listening experience for many people and change their lives and make them very happy.
Yes, that is our mission statement right there.
That's my mission statement.
All our employees remember that.
Yeah.
Got that, Steve? Steve is an apparition. He doesn't exist yet. He will eventually be our cameraman, though.
Yes, he will be. He's probably in the bathroom right now on the clock. Get out of the bathroom, Steve. You got work to do.
God damn it, Steve.
Get a hold of Carl. They need to do some editing. I'm not going to fucking do this. I'm too good to be editing our sound anymore. Come on, man. I think those are good goals, though. I think we can definitely achieve those. We just keep working towards it. Yeah. Put in that hard work.
Consistency is key.
Consistency. And we're not talking about what your shit looks like after you eat Taco Bell. We're talking about real hard work, dedication, lots of beers to be consumed. Definitely. Our livers are not going to like us. Yeah. By the end of when we get successful, our livers are going to be not successful. But you know what? It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Failure, in fact.
Yes, complete failure.
We will have an iron lung, almost like polio.
Iron lung, yes. Maybe we can.
It'll be really hard to get a microphone on both of us at that
point. That'll be a new creative endeavor to figure out later on, but that'll be for the future. We'll just hire someone else to take our place, some younger, funnier versions of us. We'll just expand our series and maybe an Android at that point. It'll be in the future. We can probably. You know how they have deep fakes with technology where they can copy people's images and things like that? I feel like they'll probably have the technology to mimic our voices 100%.
Yeah, we'll actually just be CGI.
Yeah.
We'll just be, care models. Because we eventually plan on having a YouTube channel where we can, have face cams kind of. And in a couple years, it won't even be us. It'll just be straight up CGI. We'll be VTubers.
Can we be replaced by those really hot CGI 3D anime chicks that the Japanese rock bands have? They're just completely created out of nothing.
Yeah,
be an anime chick.
Would you prefer it to be a doll or like CGI that replaced you? I think I'd rather be a doll, so there'd be something physical there.
Yeah, that's true. I like a Terminator bot kind of thing.
Yes. That way they could actually bring me to PAX and
I want
E3
and stuff. Do I have to choose? Can I do both? Yeah. Because I could be in Japan at a concert and then also at PAX.
Yeah, and it would be so advanced they wouldn't know which one is which.
Yeah, so we'll have multiple bodies that we can just switch into our consciousness.
People wouldn't post selfies with you and say, "Oh, I met Trenton." They'd be like, I think I met Trenton. I might have met Trenton.
I might have met Trenton Mach 3, version 3. I think they're developing a new version of him. His hands can crush much harder things now. I don't know.
he doesn't just crush cans anymore. He crushes beer bottles now.
Yeah.
Soon to be growlers.
Just replace me as a bending bot. That's what I'll do. He can drink. He can put some beer back.
Yeah, I know we're not really looking at my facial hair right now.
Yeah.
But my dad commented on it earlier, and I have a slight beard and mustache at the moment.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys know Flexor, but he's like Bender's evil twin in Futurama.
He had the goatee, right?
Yeah. And I was eventually, I can't get it to connect, but I'll look like Flexor in the near future.
All right. We'll make a good combo. It'll be the good and the evil. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Except for I think it's reverse. I think I'm more like Flexor than you, but
I agree.
But that's why it's gonna be even more of a mind fuck because you'll look like Flexor, but you'll act like Bender. So I don't know. We kind of got off on a tangent there, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, the future. Speaking of the future and technology, we were having a discussion the other day. A small discussion. We kind of saved a big thing for the podcast here, but basically kind of comparing virtual reality with augmented reality in a sense. And a good metaphor, we were talking about the Matrix versus the Truman Show, and which one either one of us would choose to live in if we had to choose one or the other. And I pretty much leaning towards the Matrix. Spoiler alert. And then I think Jack here is probably. Is it Jack or John? Who do you want to go?
We'll stick with Jack on
Jack?
here.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Anyone who listens to the first episode will know my real name.
Okay, yeah.
Our real fans.
No, like Jack Rabbit.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is what I'll take for the podcast.
Okay, I will be Steve. For now on, I'm Steve. No,
But I am leaning towards Truman Show when it comes to this scenario right here.
Okay, explain yourself. I'm curious to know.
So
I guess we should kind of explain the Truman Show in case anyone.
Yeah.
Any of
we
these
should explain both. I think I might be the only person who hasn't seen The Matrix until about a day ago.
Which blew my mind.
I was given homework.
Yes.
By the way.
I didn't do anything to prepare for the show. I just so.
No, he drank some beer.
I did. Lots of beer.
I also drank some beer, but I had to watch The Matrix. But no, The Truman Show is about this guy who lives in kind of an artificial world in a way that he is part of a TV show that someone made. And they kind of control his entire life pretty much. So you want to go ahead and give The Matrix? I'm not a professional.
Yeah, so I'll try to just break it down because I have seen, I think there's 3 movies. I think there's 3 and a bunch of other expanded universe shit. But it's been a while since I've watched it. As far as I remember, it's basically people living in a completely simulated reality. And the main character, Neo, ends up becoming aware of this Matrix that he lives in, and he's offered a choice, the red pill or blue pill. And I still can't remember which one does what, but I know one of the pills...
The red pill frees you, the blue pill gives you an erection.
Okay, yeah. And if it lasts longer than 5 hours... That
might not be right, don't quote me there.
You might need to contact your doctor, your physician. I don't understand why you would want to contact a physician unless your physician's really hot. Anyway, so he ends up waking up from this Matrix, and he wakes up in a fleshy, weird pod type situation, and he escapes these aliens and realizes the real world sucks, kind of. It's really depressing. They blew up the sun to kill the robots, so they have to live underground in the earth in these little weird spaceship things. However, he can still reinsert himself into the Matrix through these little jacks in his head, these little ports that they have in the back of their heads. So, honestly, I wouldn't want to live in the regular Matrix world, the one where they're eating the real world shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, where they're eating fucking goop and stuff.
Goop and shit, yeah. But the Matrix sounds pretty nice. But that's kind of the gist of the Matrix. It obviously goes deeper than that. They made 3 movies. It's really convoluted. The story
I haven't gotten that far yet.
It's interesting.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil the movie for them, so sorry, audience. You're gonna have to watch the rest of the movie.
You only get the first one spoiled.
Yeah, just the first one. Yeah, so it's an ideal world in the Matrix. The idea is to keep the humans docile and happy or unhappy, I guess, in a normal world where most people are not really happy. They're going to go to their 9-to-5s. They're too distracted to worry about it. But so the humans, like I said, mentioned, destroyed the sun, which provided energy for the robots, the AI, and thought they could destroy the AI by doing that. But then they decided to revert to using humans as batteries.
Yeah,
essentially.
They literally made them Duracells.
Yeah, Duracells.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they're draining their life force, I guess, as they're in these pods hooked into the Matrix, which could be said as something to our technology, as people just lay on the couch and watch TV and play video games.
I don't understand why they didn't just go with wind power, but
it is. Yeah, they needed I'm not going to go into politics, but they needed somebody who was more green initiative for the robots. They need to look out for renewable energy. Yeah. Oh, they did go renewable resources, I guess, with us. That's actually a pretty good choice. Yeah, healthier for the earth, I guess.
Throw them in a candlelit dinner, some fucking rose petals scattered around.
Yeah.
You get some more batteries out of that.
Oh, definitely.
They have twins, you fucking
throw
them right back in that room.
Bonus, yeah. So, twins, there's a bunch of those in Ocala. But
my reasoning for Truman Show, and we're assuming ignorance is bliss here,
Definitely.
We do not know what is going on. At this point, we're not sure that we're in the Matrix or in the Truman Show. I picked Truman Show because, to me, I think it would be cool that it's all about me. I don't care about the masturbating scenes. I don't give a fuck because I don't even know that people are watching me. It is what it is at that point,
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to have traffic stop for me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm out of here. Bam.
So your perspective of this is you don't know on either front whether you're living in it or not. See, I was thinking of the opposite, that you do know. Which one would you choose to live in if you knew what was going on? Like, you chose that, not the erection pill, the one that wasn't like in both of them.
I still think I'd go with the Truman Show because I feel like I could make like plea deals. I feel like in the Matrix, it's kind of like you can't really deal with the aliens. You can't barter with them or anything because then they'll just be like, fuck you, I'll make you a battery now.
Yeah.
We're going to drain all your electricity out of you. Truman Show, it'd be like, I know you're making money off this thing, dude. Like, can the next season be where a strip club gets my fucking town?
My town needs 8 more strip clubs. It needs to be Tampa. I need to have like a strip club every. And
I need a gift card for my birthday, a $3,000 gift card to this strip club for my birthday. And guess what? I'll act like I don't even know the show's going on.
Well, there you go.
I feel like you have a lot of bartering power at that point.
That's
in the Truman Show.
I wonder how the economy works in the Truman Show, because everything is, how does that function? How's that? It's its own separate town. They have to have some sort of monetization, though, and money, because before that, he had to have bought things and whatnot. That's probably an element most people didn't think about, but this town still operates. Is there still Starbucks? Is there still Starbucks there? Are people still going to Starbucks in the morning before they go to set and things like that? That's interesting.
Nobody vapes there.
Yeah,
there is no more vape there.
Okay, you're kind of selling me on the Truman Show now.
Oh, I am.
There's no vaping. Okay,
you're not used as a battery. I didn't even know about the battery thing until 2 days ago.
That kind of sounds kinky.
Just watched it.
Yeah,
I did enjoy the movie though. I'm not dissing the Matrix. I gotta put that out there.
Okay.
I really did enjoy the Matrix. I thought it was a good movie. It's a little bit cheesy, but it was good to watch.
Very cheesy. You gotta remember this was like made in the 90s.
It was like 99, I think.
Yeah,
maybe earlier than that.
You should quote us on that, because Jack's never wrong.
Yes, everything I say is factual.
You don't even look at the IMDb or whatever it is. I think it's 100%. So. I'm thinking if I had to choose between the two worlds, I was 100% aware of both. So I have caveats for why I would choose Matrix. But if I was just a normal human, I don't know. I still feel like I'd probably choose Matrix. But here would be my plan. I wouldn't take the dick pill. I would wake up. I would get rescued by the rebels, Morpheus and stuff. I would go on the ship. And I wouldn't live that world, because that world sucks. I don't want to eat goop and everything. I would immediately jack myself back into the Matrix. And then I would have, like, the dudes on the ship that can, like, teleport or can, like, stream data into your brain and make you learn kung fu and learn how to, like, fly a helicopter. I would just be sitting all day just streaming as much shit as I could in my brain. I'd be basically
porn,
God mode.
Other porn.
Yeah.
More porn.
Imagine how much porn I could stream into my brain at once. That'd be amazing. I would just be sitting in a adult theater in the Matrix, just coming over everything.
Yeah.
It'd be great. So I would go back into the Matrix, and I would become a god, basically. You know, I would just know everything. I would be aware that this is fake, but I would use that to my advantage and kind of just live like a happy, no longer ignorant life, because I would be aware that everything's fake, but it'd be amazing. It'd be like the best virtual game ever. I mean, everyone, technically, in the Matrix, all the humans are still humans. You know, they're still actually humans. They're just pod people. You know, like but you're still. It's like playing with someone on a video game. Like you get on an Xbox with your buddy. You know, he's not really Obi-Wan Kenobi when you're playing Battlefront 2 or whatever. But he's still him, and it'll be like an image of the person.
That was kind of the deal killer for me though when I watched The Matrix. You know, I feel like I probably would go with Matrix. I don't give a shit about the dystopian world outside.
Yeah.
If I didn't suffer injuries on the outside, you know, if I could just like fuck around like it was a video game, like some kind of free roam, like, you know, go ahead, skydive off of like a skyscraper head first into the ground and get right back up, I'd pick The Matrix in an instant. Because obviously you can't do that in the Truman Show. Because the Truman Show, it is real life, but it's artificial real life at the same time. But The Matrix is, you know, you're a code at that point. Mm-hmm. And if they made it to where I could, you know, kind of do whatever the fuck I wanted in the world.
Well, you got to get like Neo, man. You got to get those hacks. So then you can fly. You can do all kinds of crazy shit.
They explain that in the movie, though. It was Agent Smith at some point. I think his name's fucking Smith. They all look fucking...
Smith sounds right.
But he was talking about how the first Matrix was the perfect human world. It was like this utopia. And he was like, nobody fucking believed it.
Yeah.
So that's like the reason they don't do that. But I don't know. Obviously, I didn't write the fucking Matrix or anything. But I don't know if maybe that was like the original plan or not.
I think you were one of the
writers. Yeah, I mean, I was born in '98, and when I was 1 year old, I wrote the Matrix.
That's how they got most of their best ideas was from him. He's being modest right now.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, I can understand that. But that's why I would have the upper hand on everyone else, because I would have the knowledge of it's fake, but I would exploit the codes. I would figure out like how Neo did. He exploits the codes where he can fly. He can at some point, spoiler, he can kill agents. He can actually take them down. Now I had a discussion about this with my brother a while back, and he made a valid point. The only problem would be is if the agents started coming after you, like in the movie, like. If I was fucking with the Matrix and the agents started coming after me like the FBI or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be a problem for me, even if I could kill them and they kept coming after me. So if I ran into that situation, I would kind of have to just level with them. I'd be like, look, guys, I know you don't want me fucking taking your Matrix down or whatever. I don't want me fucking shit up. I'd be like, look, I don't want to take this shit down. I'm cool with it. You know, like I'm totally on board with this fake reality. Just let me have fun. Let me fuck shit up. I'm not going to take you down. Just leave me alone. You know, if we could work an agreement out, which I think maybe after I kill enough of them, they would stop coming after me.
Yeah, cut their losses.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just get more pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe we can play poker against each other. And we'll settle it that way. Yeah, I feel like they would have the edge, though. They might be able to get, you know.
That was my cup opening.
Man, I hope
I'm about to get really fucking drunk.
I hope that was crisp. But anyway, so I feel like the Matrix would be a pretty cool world to live in, but you did bring up a good point that I didn't think about, the outside world. So I'm guessing when you were in the pod, they probably had they had to have pumped sustenance into you or something to keep you alive. So I'm guessing if you were on the outside of that, you would still have to eat that fucking goop and shit, like to survive. Like you probably would have to pop out. If I could get some sort of IV of goop into my system and stay in the Matrix, and then had some sort of like bedpan where I had somebody taking care of that while I'm in the Matrix, that would be ideal. That would be really inconvenient to have to keep jacking in and jacking out.
Man, I can barely handle green beans.
Do that, yeah. Yeah.
You want me to sit here and eat like fucking blue goop and stuff?
If I could eat that while I'm in the Matrix, though, that would be the ideal situation. Thinking I'm eating steak or something, I'd be totally fine with that.
Fucking reminded me of SpongeBob just now. Plankton is eating like fucking holographic steak.
Yeah. That would be, yes. Yeah, that would be perfect. Because he ingests photosynthesis.
Yeah,
right? That's why it keeps him alive. So it actually scientifically kind of made sense there. Yeah, but the Truman Show, the thing about it, it's actually similar in some ways. We were talking about how the people you interact with in the Matrix would actually still be people, but they would. Oh, am I getting a sample here?
Yeah, you get to try the Sun and Steel real quick. Sorry to interrupt.
It does actually sound. It sounds just like Yingling, like on the ocean.
Yeah,
it does smell. I have a hint of it.
Fuck yeah.
That's not bad. That's pretty accurate. Very similar to Yingling.
It's a bitter lager.
A little bit more bitter. That
was my cup closing.
We're beer aficionados, and that's how we explain it. We're not like saying, oh, it has a woody taste, a peaty taste, and like all these weird shits. Like, tastes like that other beer, but
there's
different.
a hint of nut,
vanilla, hazelnut.
I closed my eyes and closed my nose while tasting this one. Gotta get a real sense of the taste here.
Yeah, and no, it's like that one beer that I had, but a little bit different. That's a more accurate explanation that people would understand. They should be more like that. Hey, it's like Bud Light Lime, but more bougie, or something like that. We need more basic with it.
But overpriced.
Mm-hmm. But overpriced, right? So anyway, what I was getting to, I was kind of rambling. The Matrix has real people represented by, I guess you would say, like avatars, and then the Truman Show has real people, but they're not real people. So it's kind of a little like a flip on its head, because the people that you're talking to and your wife or whatever could be, they're still a person, but they're not actually, they're acting. So, I mean, I guess you could argue the fact that a lot of actors, their personalities come out and they're acting as well. So
basically, these hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting at here.
Yeah, but I mean, are they ever? I'm just kidding.
I think the most fucked up part of the Truman Show to me is when him and his friend are sitting on the bridge. And, Truman's like, I want to go to fucking Fiji.
Yeah, he's obsessed with Fiji, that man.
Yeah, well, he had a reason.
He must have been disappointed.
He was trying to get some poon.
Yeah, I know. He must have been disappointed, though.
This man left the Truman Show went to Fiji.
For poon.
And he's like, oh, what the fuck? He's like, shit.
Little did he know, he was swimming.
Why is nobody catering me right
now?
But no, the saddest part of the Truman Show to me was when his fucking, best friend is sitting next to him. This guy they hired as a child actor. And he's like, would I lie to you, Truman?
Yeah.
It's like, bitch, you've been lying for fucking 40 years.
Pretty dark, yeah.
I was like,
it's the fact he was a child actor.
My heart sank.
Yeah. Well, he was a child actor, so at least you know his life is terrible. He probably was molested on set and stuff like that. So
by Truman himself. It was on camera.
Yeah.
That was episode number 9.
They started out pretty dark, They had to turn it around a little bit.
I mean, the way you could think of it, though, what if Truman was bound to have some shitty childhood? And I think they kind of went towards that a little bit. They didn't go too deep into it. Yeah. I'm not sure if they did or not.
Having a bad childhood?
What if he was meant to be some, piece of shit?
Yeah.
And they were like, no, we're going to make this guy a fucking superstar. He's not even going to know it.
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, you mean before
know.
He came to the show? Well, they kind of made his childhood shitty anyway, then tragic.
His dad died.
The fact that his dad died. I mean, that one probably was not intention. They didn't plan on. I would hope they didn't plan on doing that from the beginning. They probably would have actually just killed his dad if they did. That would have been the smart move, honestly. Come on, Hollywood, you should be better at doing stuff like that. That's why he popped
up later on in the show. Who's that guy on set?
Yeah. But so apparently, it's been a while since I've seen that movie. But his dad starts to try to warn him or tell him that he's in a movie, right? Or he's in a TV show. Yeah. So then they have to write him out of the show.
He pops up. No. So they killed him, and then he tried to come back in an episode, I think. I think it was actually at the beginning of the movie, so it was kind of like current time in the movie.
Yeah.
And his dad was dressed up in a trench coat and a hat, disguised.
Yeah. But the most stereotypical disguise you could go with, stick out like a sore thumb.
It was obvious he was trying to be.
I think he had the glasses with the nose and the mustache too. He should have been a little more subtle about it. I don't know. I personally wouldn't have went that trench coat flasher type.
Really. I think I would have just streaked through the streets naked.
You know what he should have done?
Yelled Truman.
Yeah. He should have done what they do in the MCU universe whenever they try to hide
baseball cap
hoodie. Yeah. They would have not found him. Never. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting him.
No, you're fine. I'm not sure what I was really getting at. Let's take a sip of beer real quick.
Yeah, this is a beer break for you guys. Not a sponsor yet, unfortunately. But
we're working on
it. Yeah. We'll basically shove any liquid booze into our faces,
Yeah. Trooper especially, if you guys want to send me
a
couple beers.
Definitely.
They will not last long.
No, they will not. Not at all.
They will be praised.
Mm-hmm. We will praise them with the best way we can praise them, with other beers, comparing them to other beers that we find close to our hearts.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Truman Show would be an interesting one, I guess, because when you find out about it, it would kind of change things a little bit. But at the same time, like you said, you're you have a whole town fucking at your disposal.
And I mean, that also comes down to, what if the audience knows? Because at that point, you'd probably lose a lot of viewership. They wouldn't give a
true.
shit. But if only the director knew that you knew, you'd have to like really plan that out to let the director know that you know what the fuck is going on.
And you would have to just roll with it too, because you couldn't at that point you're acting too, because you can't let people know.
I think after a while
that might get tiring.
It would get tiring. But
then you'd have to be an actor. You'd have to fake your responses.
You're right. But I think after a while, if you were just living that life, and reality shows, obviously, people get filmed all the time, but it's not
reality shows. Yeah,
it's not 24/7. They're still scripted. I think if I was told that I was being filmed 24/7, I had no fucking choice at all. I had no free will here as to whether or not I was being recorded or not. I think I would begin to not give a fuck after maybe like 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah.
I think you're right. At first, it would be pretty obvious that I knew I was being recorded. I didn't care for what I did. But I think if I had like nothing, like no way of getting out of it, I think eventually I'd just say fuck it.
So what you're saying is you basically become a retired old man. Like you get to that point, they just don't give a shit about anything.
I'd be out there playing golf naked. What are they gonna do? Arrest me?
Yeah,
that's not gonna be an interesting episode in the jail cell.
They're like, and what kind of assholes are we to arrest a man who's old as fuck? It reminds me of a story when I used to play poker a lot. I would go down to a club. I won't mention any names, but there was this guy. His name was Constantine. Oh, whoops! I just mentioned the name. Yeah. I don't know. This guy is probably dead by now, and there's no Constantine. If you're listening at home, you're a bad poker player. Okay, so you deserve this story. Anyway, it was just an old man. I remember going to the bathroom. He was sitting at my table, and he was wearing shorts, like old man shorts. And I remember before we even walked through the doors in the bathroom, he was pulling his package, his membership, out of the side of his pants. Didn't even pull his pants down, right in front of everyone, and just was doing his thing at the urinal. Yeah, his gonad, his little floppy, wrinkly gonad, saw the whole thing, And this is, by the way, very busy card club. People everywhere. Didn't even wait till he went through the door of the bathroom, and he's just yanking it out. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of respect him a little bit because he just doesn't give a shit anymore. He specifically probably wore those shorts so he could just pull his balls out without having to unzip his pants, which is like convenient, I would think, actually. Worst part though, he didn't even wash his hands. And then he went back to the table and had to play cards with them. I'm just sitting there like, hey, can we get a new deck?
Every hand.
Yeah, just thinking about this old man's balls that are rubbed across.
You're just watching the dealer deal them out. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
The dealer's like wiping his face, and I'm just sitting there like cringing, like, man, this sucks. Anyway, that's the mindset.
The dealer will like wipe his face and look confused, like, what the fuck?
He was eating peanut butter M&Ms actually at the table. The dealer was. It was pretty disturbing. That was a lie actually. It was a hot dog. No. Dealers can't eat on the clock. He wasn't eating. I would hope that he washed his hands afterwards, because that's one thing people don't think about in poker. There's some dirty ass cards. Like I think people think about that more now. Actually, I take that back, because with everything going on, it's something. But yeah. There are some dirty ass people, and those cards go around. They change the deck so often, they shuffle them, but these dirty ass people are touching every card. So
I think they've gotten more serious with changing decks frequently lately because of card counting and shit like that. They've been like, why not just swap out the deck and shuffle it again?
Yeah, which is good for us, I guess, in a way. I'm not
good and bad. I mean, it kind of levels the playing ground a little bit more.
Yeah,
a house obviously still has an advantage.
Definitely.
But my point is, you're not touching smegma whenever you pick up a hand and try to win a game.
Ideally, you're only getting a hint of the smegma that you did before. Yeah, maybe 10%.
Sacrificed himself by taking the last of the smegma.
I take all the smegma.
He was crucified on the smegma cross.
Yeah. Hey man, if there's an ace there, I'll take the smegma for it. I'll take it. I don't know, but yeah, so you would get to the point in the Truman Show where you probably, I would imagine, you stop caring. You don't give a shit that you're being recorded.
If you knew what was going on, the audience didn't, the director knew you knew what was going on. I think after about 4 or 5 months, I think that's about my limit.
It'd be like the real world.
I would get to the point where I wouldn't even think about it. I never watched The Real World on MTV.
Or like the Kardashians or something. Like any of those.
The closest thing I watched to a reality TV show was Robin Big and Fantasy Factory.
Okay, yeah.
And I fucking loved them.
I mean,
they were obviously scripted,
yeah.
But I just love Rob Dyrdek so much as a person. Actually, he's my next goal, to get him on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
I want Dimitri Martin and Rob Dyrdek on the same episode, actually.
I think that they would mesh pretty well together. I think they would go pretty well.
I think Dimitri Martin and Rob Dyrdek would probably get along with anybody.
Yeah. They seem like pretty cool.
Except
pretty cool
for
dudes.
like the douche at the bar who punches the punching bag machine.
Yeah,
I don't think they get along with that.
I know.
They probably just like shit awkwardly around. I'm like, man, what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah. I had a neighbor that was that guy. Actually, when I first moved to Ocala.
Was he just punching your walls?
No, he. It was funny. One time we went to a bar and he told me and my brother that he got in a fight and all this and was acting all tough. His hand was scratched up. Yeah. That's literally what he did. He came up to us like, you see the scabs? See his blood? Yeah. Some guy was talking shit to me in the bar. Well, come to find out, he got injured from a punching machine because he missed the fucking punching machine and like hit the side of it. And everyone in the bar was like laughing at him. I'm like, dude, you're such a loser.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that guy's apparently a truck driver now. I don't know what he's doing, if he's actually a truck driver, but we called him Daredevil because he would always wear sunglasses inside.
Oh goodness.
Prescription sunglasses everywhere.
And just like walking the wall.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, that was a little tangent there.
I have another tangent.
Listening on the road, you're kind of a piece of shit, Chris. So, go ahead.
I have another tangent off that tangent. So I've been to a couple European countries. This story right here, though, is about France.
Okay.
I was with a couple of friends of mine. Not going to say any names.
Are they French?
No.
Okay.
they were from America. It was kind of a school trip, kind of not at the same time.
So were they female?
No. This is two guys at the time.
All right. I was gonna ask if their armpits were hairy.
I'm glad the girls weren't around.
Okay.
But no, I had two of the boys from America with me, and this guy. I mean, we've all seen crackheads and people. We've all been to gas stations and been asked for $5 here, $5 there.
Every day of our lives.
Every fucking
nowadays,
day. Yeah. But this guy wasn't asking for money, but none of us fucking spoke French. There's no way we could communicate with this man at all.
Right.
And he was sitting with this older gentleman. I don't think he knew the guy in hindsight. I'm pretty sure he didn't, but we thought they were together. Mm-hmm. And we saw him start yelling at this guy and being an asshole. And, we're in another country. We're not trying to get in trouble or get arrested or anything.
Were they speaking English?
No, they were speaking French. They did not speak English at all.
Wow.
We didn't speak French.
Right.
So there was a bit of a disconnect here. This isn't why this happened. It's because this guy's a piece of shit, and I don't think he'll ever hear this because, for one, he doesn't speak English. Two,
maybe he'll pick up English.
He picks up. I mean, I haven't been there in what?
He's like, that voice.
4 years now.
That voice sounds very similar. I must find out what this bitch is talking about.
But
that was terrible French, by the way.
This guy
it's like Italian or something.
Started being a fucking dick to the older gentleman. And we noticed this, and we weren't going to get into it, like I said. We were just sitting on a bench together, and he comes up, and he starts fucking with one of our friends, like the smallest guy in our group, Probably didn't weigh that much, a little bit over 100 pounds, maybe like 130.
Right.
And he starts fucking with him, and he's being an asshole, and he fucking... I think it's funny. This is what made me think of this. You were talking about the guy's knuckles.
Yeah.
This guy pulls up his fucking sleeve of his shirt, and he's like... he's just like scraping his arm with his finger.
Wow.
And showing like all these cuts and stuff. Yeah. And we don't know what the fuck he's getting
track marks or something.
Like did you cut yourself? Did you get in the war?
Yeah.
We don't fucking speak
how much heroin did you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these all fucking needle pokes.
Yeah.
No, we did not know what was going on with this man. And fortunately, it wasn't me, it was one of my friends. He stepped up and he bowed up to the guy. And this is kind of the funny part here. After one of my buddies bowed up to the guy, he fucking this is the crackhead I'm talking about, the crazy guy.
Yeah.
Fucking put out his hand, to shake his hand. And so my friend shook his hand too. And he's giving him this dirty fucking look. And you could tell this guy was like, oh, I got myself in more than I can fucking handle. He's looking around at our little friend, the guy that bowed up to him. Yeah. He's looking at me and he's like, oh shit.
They fought back. Oh shit.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, these Americans.
He's like, not again. Fuck.
Yeah, this man threw up the white flag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did he have a miniature white flag in his pocket? I feel like everyone in France should have one of those. No, I'm kidding. You guys are great. I don't know if you guys make good beer or not.
No, I don't know if you guys got Apple Podcast either. So.
Yeah. If you don't, then you're dead to us. No.
Goodness.
Well, that's pretty wild. So he didn't even speak your language, and he literally went out of his way to try to like
100% on something. I don't know. Maybe he got broken up with the day before. This man was on a power trip,
man,
and some kind of drug for sure. It was a mixture. There's no way it was one or the other. It was a fucking mixture, hands down.
So was this? You said, how old would you say you were at the time? Were you in high school? So.
It was right when I graduated.
Right when you graduated high school. So young fellas though, like
the kids were younger than me. The one that voted up, and
wow,
he was 17, and the other one was 17 too.
What a tough guy. So if I find some basically teenagers and thinks he's gonna bully them,
teenagers who don't speak his fucking language.
Yeah, then he found out.
Never been there before.
He found out, oh man, they're American.
Get taken to the embassy if we get in trouble.
Yeah. You know, it would have been great if someone like Liam Neeson just showed up. And
just bodied this man.
So you've seen Taken before, right? No.
So I had an idea for a movie.
Yeah.
And it was where this guy's daughter goes to France and she gets kidnapped, but that idea was taken.
Oh, damn. Good one, man.
We're saving your dad jokes for the end of the show, but he set me up there. I couldn't help it.
Well, when you're explaining this French like hoodlum, it just reminded me of any stereotypical like bad guy from Taken, like one of their goons. That's what the Taken goon's doing when he's not kidnapping girls.
He saw my pecs. He's like, this must be a fucking B cup. He's like, I need to get this guy back to the boss.
They're at a gas station. He's just hanging out at a gas station waiting for the next American girl to come along, and he's like, you know what? I'll hype myself up. I'll pick on some American boys. And that's where they went wrong. That's why they're like, this is why we don't try kidnapping American boys.
Yeah.
Because they'll kick our ass every time. So, but Liam Neeson, what a guy. That guy is pretty amazing.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jin.
Qui-Gon, man. That was a very underrated character right there, Qui-Gon Jin.
He wasn't around for too long.
He wasn't.
I gotta say, I mean, I've seen the Star Wars series maybe 3 times now, and Qui-Gon Jin is probably the guy I remember the least.
Yeah, no, and he's...
I'm not a half out of 9.
Yeah, but you're right. Honestly, the prequels took a lot of shit. A lot of people took some major shit, and I will be the first to say when they first came out, comparatively, I was kind of like kind of hating on them a little bit too, but maybe not as much as some people. But I don't know. Looking back now, I'm like, they really weren't that bad. They had some really good moments, and comparing it to the newer movies, I think really put it in perspective.
Oh goodness, dude! Because you're gonna say this about the newer movies in the future, like you're gonna be like, people really shit on the newer movies, and
I don't think so.
And then you're gonna be like, and then I realized the newer movies are fucking shit. You're gonna be like, Disney really fucked up.
See, I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't think the newer movies from the ones that they made now can be that much worse. I don't think it's possible to put something that much worse on the screen in contrast and make them worthy. Because they're just missing so many elements that the prequels and the original had. You had like Darth Maul. He was such a freaking cool villain.
Yes.
And whether you liked him or not, like the fight choreography with the lightsaber battles and the prequels were so phenomenal, so amazing,
superior.
And that was another thing. I don't know why I'm getting on a tangent about Star Wars, but it's been bothering me all day. I've been playing Battlefront 2, okay, guys, and the new movies just really kind of suck. I've been talking to my brother about it because he just started watching them, and there's just like missing any good battles. There's no good lightsaber battles in the entire movie. There's no good villains, and then they bring back the Emperor, and it's like
for no reason. You can tell it wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned. They're just like, hey guys, they really aren't digging this. What can we do? Like, shit, let's bring another character back from the.
Let's bring back the most broken character. He's already popular.
Yeah. This will dig us out of the hole for sure, and just desecrate another character from the original trilogy, and totally ruin Darth Vader's whole sacrifice. Like all that was in vain now because somehow he survived not only a bottomless pit into a shaft, but also the entire Death Star blew up as well. Shaft. Yeah. Well, Disney can suck my shaft. Maybe I'm a little too hard on that. Just kidding, guys at Disney. Don't crush us. We're not that big.
Yes, please. Don't give us copyright.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, no. But anyway, the prequels were actually pretty decent. Looking back, there was, they had fucking their problems. the bunny thing.
Even the originals had their problems though too.
Yeah, but Jar Jar was a total if they remove Jar Jar, the movie's probably would be completely solid.
One thing I gotta say I did like about the Disneys is whenever Yoda came into play, he was a puppet.
Yeah,
I loved that.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can say that I really liked about the new trilogy.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
So I got an idea. It just hit me, man.
Yeah.
How about our mascot be Jar Jar Binks?
Jar Jar Binks.
You think we can do that?
Does he hop?
He kind of does in the movies. He does bounce around. He looks like a rabbit.
Yeah. We just asked Disney not to copyright claim us, and now we're basically asking
steal one of their characters
to copyright claim us.
No, it's not us. No, I'm kidding. Who in their fucking right mind would ever use that face, that character? The most hated character probably. In media. In media.
Anything.
That would
entertainment.
Be a power move if I ever heard one though.
Yeah, for real.
For the biggest
fucking
company.
Use Jar Jar Binks. Why the fuck would it must be a good podcast if they think they can get away with that. You know?
Holy shit, man, these guys are crazy. They challenged Disney. Even the execs at Disney are like, damn, dude, they picked that character.
Yeah, we can't sue them now. Actually, we're just gonna give them the rights.
Yeah.
Jar Jar. We don't want him anymore.
They're the ones responsible for him. Now they can get the death threats. Hey man, I'll take it.
In fact, when Disney bought Lucasfilms, they left them Jar Jar.
Did they really?
I don't know. I'm fucking
around. I totally bought it. Yeah. No, that makes sense, actually. That they actually initially were going to do there was some conspiracy theories about Jar Jar being Darth Jar Jar. I don't know if you've ever...
I've heard
actually
about that,
very interesting
They have some pretty convincing stuff.
They do. There was actually one of... I don't know who it was. It was someone in I think it might have been George Lucas, actually. It might not have been him. But anyway, they had said that they planned on doing more, they were planning on doing more with the character, actually, of Jar Jar, but the backlash was so bad, like they had other plans for him, almost alluding to like potentially being Darth Jar Jar, but they totally abandoned ship because it was so bad. You think Disney would have done the same thing with the first movie after they made it?
I'm sure Disney would have been like, people don't like Jar Jar. Let's use him more.
Yeah, we're gonna make Disney Plus next new show from Disney Plus.
Let's make him the fucking mascot of Disney. In fact,
he's gonna be on the next season of Mandalorian.
He'll be on the fucking. We live in Florida, which I'm pretty sure everyone listening to this knows that because they probably also live in Florida because they're probably within a fucking 100 yards of us. They all know us.
I want to give a shout out to my FBI agent. He's the real MVP. Thanks for listening. Go ahead. Sorry.
But whenever you go to Disney, they have these big fucking stands as you're driving in, and Jar Jar will be the fucking picture you see on your way into Disney.
Yes, he'll be the banners. He'll be all over the banners. You can get some Gungan beverages. You get some alcohol, like a little blue ball or something, I think. I don't know.
I gotta take a piss.
All right. I'm gonna pee myself. All right, my man's taking a piss. I'm gonna try to get Jar Jar on the show, actually. That's my next goal. I kinda wanna get Jar Jar. And I'm thinking if I can get Jar Jar, we're gonna give him his own segment of the podcast. So we're gonna do a Jar Jar hour, and he's just gonna he'll talk about all the intricacies of the Gungans. He might have a cooking segment where we can do Jar Jar cooks, and he can show you how to make some Bantu meat or whatever the alien shits are on that in the movie. But yeah, we're really excited about that. I kind of spilled the beans. I hope Jack didn't hear me, but. I got him on speed dial. I'm gonna call Jar Jar later.
Don't play poker with me. I didn't wash my hands.
All right. Okay. Well, I got the card set up here. We're gonna throw some games here.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
I really couldn't hold it anymore. I was sitting here fidgeting. And I was like, oh god.
I wasn't sure if you were uncomfortable. Or not. I don't know. There's not any crackheads in my neighborhood.
Yeah, you were sitting there. Either he's not used to being on a microphone, he's having a panic attack, or he has to pee.
Or he's tweaking out right now. No.
And I just peed before the podcast, so Trenton was probably thinking it was one of the other two.
Yeah, I was a little worried about you.
He's like, this guy's over here on fucking drugs.
Yeah.
He's in my house.
He knows where I live now. He lives 5 minutes away from me. I'm gonna actually get another beer here while I need a beer. So
I'll go ahead.
I don't need to explain that.
Yeah, go ahead and grab yourself another beer. I hope it's is it gonna be another Bud Light Lime?
I don't know. Let's see. I have a bunch of IPAs in here. That are shit.
Trenton said his fridge is full of a variety of beers.
It is.
He is more than ready to have a bender.
Yes, I kind of started early.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to it. Just a shout out to my boy Luke too, by the way. Yes. I have a shit ton of IPAs in my fridge because he left many before.
Are they Konas?
They are Konas. Yes.
Kona. I'm gonna tell you right now. We're not gonna drink those until you sponsor us.
But if you sponsor us, that might change our mind. They might taste very good after that.
I mean, free beer is my favorite beer.
Yeah.
Beer that I'm paid to drink.
Yeah.
Is also my favorite beer.
That tastes pretty good. Actually.
So there is one Kona I like. I won't tell you, Kona, which one it is because I don't want you to know.
Just send us all of them.
The rest of them, though, they're about a little bit below Bud Light standard for me.
Yeah, we won't mention names, but all of the other ones, but the one that you like, are.
Yeah, I don't think. Good. Do you like any of them?
I love them all, Kona.
They're still in your fridge.
I've only tried 2, but not my favorite. I mean, I will say this. They've been in my fridge for 8 months, so I don't know.
So they're probably spoiled.
You can deduct what you want from that.
I've had every single one except for Kona Light. And,
oh, wow. You hear that, Kona? This man is a super fan, basically. You need to send him cases.
All of them.
Cases and cases.
Yeah, it's not Kona Light.
So I didn't realize they actually have there is a Yingling Light as well, right?
Yeah, there's Yingling Light. There's Yingling, I think it's a black and tan.
I've tried the black and tan.
There's Yingling Flight.
So where does the Flight fall in that family?
Delicious. Okay. Yingling Flight.
It flies above the rest of them. It's above them.
So most people here, just so you guys know, I'm a commercial pilot, and it's kind of fucking goofy.
He's throwing his big dick energy around.
Hey, calm down now. Calm down now.
He's taking, ladies. He's taking.
Yeah, I hit.
I'm not though, so.
Yeah, go ahead and get you some summers.
You can play the long game, and maybe no, don't do that. That's not going to happen.
But it's kind of goofy that I discovered Yingling Flight, and I was one of the first people I knew to try it, and that shit tastes like you're drinking a cloud. I gotta say, Yingling. I would love if you sponsored me, but after what I just said, you clearly know that you probably don't have to sponsor me because. I fucking love your beer.
He's still gonna buy your beer.
Yeah.
This man bought like 10 cases of it when it was on sale.
It was 12.
12. Okay.
I have 100.
No kidding,
beers.
Yingling. This man likes your beer, and I will actually second that. I just tried the Flight recently. I enjoyed it, but Yingling has always been one of my go-to. Like just a regular Yingling. I think it's the black and tan. It's actually pretty tasty too. Goodness. I had that for the first time.
Oh, and the Yingling Hershey's.
Didn't try that.
You haven't tried that one?
No, they have an October one too. I think they
do have a Yingling Oktoberfest. I never had the Oktoberfest, sadly.
I think I did. I did get a 6-pack of it, and it was quite tasty as well.
I did have the Hershey's though. Not the Hershey Squirts, but the Yingling Hershey's.
We both had that at some point.
Yeah, at some point, not right now. Yeah. Not while I was drinking the Yingling Hershey's. The Yingling Hershey's, I was in perfect health. I stayed in perfect health after drinking them.
Good thing about the Matrix again, going back to that, I don't think anyone in the movie's gotten Hershey Squirts. I think they might have deleted that out of the algorithm.
Well, I'm sure the blue sludge doesn't really give you the Hershey Squirts. There was one guy, I think his name was Tank, and some other his fucking brother. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Dozer.
Yeah.
Dozer was sitting there talking about how all the vitamins, all the nutrition you need is in the slime. Yeah. It probably tastes like shit, but you know.
Yeah. Cannon Fodder 1, Cannon Fodder 2.
It's a good diet right there. Better than keto, which is what everyone's fucking doing now.
Am I talking you into it now with the Matrix? You got the sludge?
Oh hell no.
The perfect sludge.
No, I like my bartering power at the Truman show.
Yeah. Okay. What if they don't have Yingling Flight in that town? They can't bring it in. They're like,
guess what? I got bartering power. Hey, guess what? Next season, I want it to be the season where Truman starts a fucking brewery.
They're moving the Yingling factory over there. Yeah. It's in Florida, right?
they wouldn't. They can't bring name brands in there.
They had sponsorships all the time.
Yeah, you're right.
He's gotta get sponsored by the show.
You got me.
Perfect.
Yingling would be like, yeah, sponsor us in there.
I have a bad feeling Bud Light.
It's funny you brought that up because back to I guess we're done with tangents now.
Yeah. We kind of went full circle.
Holy shit, full fucking circle.
Yeah. I knew it would happen eventually. I was just waiting for the moment for it to happen organically.
But that was one of my favorite things about the movie is when his wife just fucking. Held up a fucking product and waved her hand over it.
Yeah,
look at that.
And gave a little fucking speech about it. So in the Truman Show, it's been a while since I've seen it. Does he has cable? Does he have cable to the outside world? Are there normal TV shows going on in that world?
Not sure.
Or do they have fake TV shows that they shoot for the Truman Show? That'd be interesting. Because
that'd be funny, yeah.
Product placement, things like that, I would feel like he would see that on TV, and that would kind of
alert him. It'd bring up some red flags.
Yes, red flags. Right.
Yeah, he'd see his wife fucking doing that and be like, I gotta divorce this bitch.
Yeah.
He wouldn't think he was in a show. He'd be like, something's wrong with her.
yeah. But I feel like that's an interesting thought. I never thought about that. But like news, if he had access to outside news, to the outside world and things like that, that would totally, I think, would mess with his perspective and make him start questioning things a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, he would probably want to go to more places than Fiji. Like, he literally just saw a fucking billboard of Fiji, and then it got a hard on for Fiji after that. Imagine having the fucking internet, or like seeing Hawaii or something on TV, or
shit. You know what just really like hit me? Being Truman must have been like living in North Korea.
I was literally just thinking that too, with firewalls and whatnot.
Yeah, you don't really get to access the normal internet. You don't really get to access normal TV. Kind
of shitty, actually, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Shut up. Get out of here.
You can go live in your communist country. I'm going to live in the free world of the Matrix. That's not really
the free world.
Hey, the sad reality of it is that's our free world right now.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. You think about the world right now, you don't think that... Okay, I'm not going to go into that rabbit hole. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but you know where I'm going
that
with this.
mindhopps hole.
Yeah. You know that... mindhopps hole. You know we have the free world and the free internet and everything, but there's the Agent Smiths are out there.
Yeah, they
kind of have a chokehold, but it's not quite as obvious as, say, the Truman Show.
Watch out when you're watching your midget porn. People.
Yeah, I've got a sticker over my camera right now because Lord only knows the kind of stuff they would be seeing otherwise.
Yeah, it says Trenton on this side that we can read, but I'm pretty sure the other side is in really small font. Probably says "Go fuck yourself."
It does, yeah. Right on the lens, yeah. Hey, but Steve, you're good. That's my FBI agent. His name's Steve.
And he's also our future editor.
Yeah. And he's also my name as well, apparently. But
we're gonna eventually. This is gonna blow up, and we're gonna hire some guy, and he's gonna be like, "I'm not Steve."
You are. Like,
it's okay. It's okay.
You have to be Steve.
Yeah. We're changing your name. We're taking you to court. We're gonna pay for it. We're gonna legally change it.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's like, all right, Steve. Obviously, you didn't listen to our first episode. I can't hire you.
Yeah.
So you are Steve now. It's gonna blow up. I'm hoping it blows up like Hershey squirts.
Yes.
Like all over.
Goodness.
I just want it sprayed all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the walls.
I want to wonder if my toilet's gonna break when I press it.
I want it to be any retail bathroom.
Goodness.
I want it to be the bathroom in Taco Bell.
Yeah. They literally like the place where they literally use the seat to wipe.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 full rolls of toilet paper, but they're like, man, I'm already on the seat. I can just slide over a couple inches and just like rub my way off.
Or the tile wall. They're just like, I'm gonna use the.
I hope you guys aren't eating dinner listening to this.
Yeah. If you do, like Hershey's is pretty good though. If you're eating dessert, I got some M&Ms right here actually. So.
Are those Hershey's?
No, they do have chocolate in them.
Are they Mars?
But they are peanut butter.
What fucking company are they?
Oh.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. I
can't
see it, yeah. This is just chilling.
All we need to know is that they're delicious.
They're delicious. They are very delicious.
I prefer the fudge brownie M&Ms, but...
Ooh, fudge brownie M&Ms?
That's
a thing?
Are you kidding me? They've been out for like a year now.
I know the Oreo ones. Fudge brownie.
Oreo? What the fuck are you talking about?
Fudge brownie Oreos, the brittle, or whatever. You had those... Remember?
The brittle?
It was fudge brownie Oreos.
Yeah, fudge brownie.
Yeah.
The Brookios.
Brookios, yeah.
They were brownie cookie Oreos.
Yeah.
Those were fucking incredible, and they're gone now, sadly. I should have bought more of them.
Hey, I know we don't have any pull right now, and I don't really like chocolate, and I didn't eat those Oreos. But for Jack's sake here, Oreo, if you're listening, Mr. Oreo, in your castle with your monocle, can you bring back the Brookios?
Yes, bring back the Brookios.
Us peasants.
Or the hot cocos. The hot cocoa ones, right on par with those bad boys.
Honestly, probably unpopular opinion. I like the carrot cake ones. Those are pretty good.
Never tried.
There's a tiramisu one too that was.
Yes, I did try the tiramisu.
Yeah.
Dope.
Probably good with coffee. I don't like coffee though.
One I've wanted to get under my belt lately is the birthday cake Oreos, but we'll see if I get there.
Okay, under your belt. I like that.
I thought you'd like that illusion right
there. Yeah, I just imagine you. No, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole either. So, conspiracy theories are pretty interesting. Do you have any that's on the top of your mind that you can think of? I've looked down many different conspiracy theories.
I don't have a whole lot, but one that I kind of look into, kind of curious about, is Walt Disney having his head frozen.
Yes, I've heard about that.
He's not a good man, but he's an impressive man. I'll put that. That's how I'll phrase Walt Disney.
That's a good way to put it. I think most people.
I can say that about a lot of people.
Yeah,
but Disney,
most of the prominent figures in my life, I can say that about as well.
I want to get through the first episode before we get canceled, so I'll stick with Disney when I say that.
Well, yeah, they're very a small company. They can't do anything. They don't own any. They don't have any clout in any type of media or entertainment. Yeah,
they'll never touch.
They're a safe target. I think. I think we'll be okay. I think
we'll be on episode like 809. Yeah, like someone will just fucking bust in the door during the episode and gives like a cease and desist.
Yeah,
this is what you said 3 years ago.
I can't wait to see. That's okay. So your goal is Demetri Martin and Rob Dyrdek, right?
Either or, I don't give a shit.
Or both at the same time.
Yeah.
Mine is for us to get that article written about us 3 years from now when we actually blow up, and it says something about Nazism, or we talk about Nazism in our first episode, or we attack the Disney Channel or Disney company, and then we somehow get canceled.
Yes.
But then we come back.
Yeah.
We come back even stronger than before.
It's a triumphant story in the end.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want Disney to come after us.
We get like 300 million people, the entire U.S. rallies behind us.
Yes, they signed.
And that's when Disney finally takes the fucking fall.
Mm-hmm.
People are like,
we're
tired
of Disney down. Yeah. That's actually...
Pixar gets freed from their cells. Winnie the Pooh gets his honey.
It's an actual like a Disney movie about Disney going down.
Yes.
And we're going to make a movie off it. Trademark right now. But
oh, goodness.
No.
It's going to be like, have you seen All the King's Men?
I haven't. That sounds very familiar.
It's about Nixon and Watergate and stuff like that. Okay. It's going to be like All the King's Men.
Okay, but we're going to
but for Disney.
Man, that would be...
All the mouse's cheese.
I take Goofy down, I take Donald down, fucking Mickey, he's going to be sitting on top.
Except the only part of Disney that will survive is the part in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
That's all I'm
We'll
okay
keep
with.
that. All right. So, speaking of Kingdom Hearts, if the Disney characters we just kind of alluded to that were to like throw down, like for real, which one do you think would come out on top? You can go as obscure as you want. Man. I was thinking maybe like surface level Disney. You think like Goofy, Donald.
I gotta
Mickey.
say, I got two good reasonings here for two different characters. So Goofy and Donald. I think Mickey's gonna get his ass whooped unless it's Kingdom Hearts Mickey, because that man is a fucking unit.
We'll stay away from Kingdom Hearts. We'll just do
just straight up Disney,
straight up lore, but not Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
I gotta say, I think Goofy's got the fucking reach. He's got the height. He's got the weight. But the thing about Donald, have you ever seen a goose fucking like attack a person?
Yes.
And I know Donald's a duck, but he's in that.
He's got that ferocity.
He's got that fucking beak. Yeah. I mean, I'd be kind of scared to fuck with Donald.
You ever see that meme where he's like looking over the bed and he's got that look in his eye?
Yes.
Yeah. He's very sinister. He's got that.
He looks like an assassin.
Yeah. I wouldn't fuck with Donald.
I don't know. I gotta go with Goofy though. I mean, it really depends on the situation too. I think if we're dealing with like a straight on, head on fight, I think Goofy's got it. This man, he's got the reach, he's got the gloves. I'm sure he's got fucking like horseshoes in those gloves too.
Yeah, he probably does.
This man's ready to throw down.
I know I have a dark sensibility, but I'm just imagining Goofy putting Donald in a headlock and just snapping his neck.
Yeah,
like you do with the chicken, just snap his neck.
Mickey's in the background bleeding out.
Yeah, I think Goofy, you got a solid choice. His reach. He's definitely tall as fuck.
Yeah, he's like John Jones.
The problem about Goofy though is the fact that he's a fucking idiot. That's the biggest thing. So if there's any wit involved in the situation, that's where he would go down. I feel like. So
Donald has that fucking like Mayweather rapport in the ring. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't get mad.
Yeah.
He doesn't doubt himself. He just sits there, he's confident.
Planning 10 steps ahead. You know?
You gotta be with those fucking feathers on.
He's gonna kill everyone in Goofy's family. Like that.
Oh goodness.
He's serious, man. This is life or death, man.
He's got the Yorkie.
Yeah.
He's got the Border Collie, the Lab, the Golden Retriever. They're all going down.
Now, doesn't Goofy... Okay, you're going to have to correct me on this. My Disney knowledge.
I know what you're about to say.
All right, who's the one with the dog? Pluto.
Mickey owns Pluto.
Mickey owns Pluto. So they would be a tag team combo, I would
You talking about Goofy and Pluto? Or Mickey
no, they're separate entities, right? Pluto and Goofy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying, like... I thought for some reason Goofy owned Pluto, and I was like just thinking how fucked up it is to a dog to have another dog. But
well, no, it's still fucked up for his best friend to own a dog.
You're right. You're right.
But okay. So I didn't know that's where you were going with it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I read a while back that Goofy's actually a cow. Did some research.
Really?
It's actually really like it's like a huge discrepancy in the fucking Disney company between if he's a cow or a dog.
I would have not ever guessed a cow. That's crazy.
Well, there's also like Maribel in the old cartoons, and she's a cow. I think her name's Maribel. I don't fucking know. I'm not sure. But she's a cow for sure. And so I heard that Goofy was originally drawn as an anthropomorphic cow, and then eventually Disney decided that he was going to be a dog.
Interesting.
And then they made Pluto, but I don't fucking understand why they went that direction.
That's still very fucked up. I didn't think about that, though. His best friend.
But it's probably got to do with the fact that like the average American family has a fucking dog. We gotta make Mickey relatable over here so people will watch him more.
That's almost like Goofy has to look at him like it's slavery, right? Like that's him. Yeah. That's a same creature. That would be like me having a pet human or something. I guess I can't really relate it because there's no other.
If you walked out here with some kid on a leash, I don't think we'd be like recording this fucking podcast. There would be much bigger problems.
I've seen a lot of kids on leashes. I don't know about you.
I have too.
It's scary. Speaking of which,
I like the fucking backpacks. Like it's like a monkey and like a frog or something on their back, and the parents have the.
It's like what kind of society are we living in? We have kids on leashes now, and it's a normal thing.
Leash. It's the one that they can press the button. Fucking like retract them.
I've seen them at theme parties and stuff. I'm like, what are we living in right now?
Those fuckers at Walmart.
Dude,
right down the fucking road.
I know. That's scary. Anyway, so if Mickey was fighting, I feel like he would have to have Pluto with him. But wouldn't Pluto? You would think Pluto would turn on Mickey when he's fighting Goofy, right? It's like, that's my homie.
I don't know, dude.
And he's like, you motherfucker, you've had me as a slave all this time.
I don't know, man. I mean, Pluto clearly has some fucking problems if he hasn't figured it out by now.
Yeah, that's true. Does Pluto have mental disability? Are we gonna?
Oh God!
Are we gonna go that far? Because you got Goofy, who debatable, but I'm gonna say it's a dog because seems to be the case right now. He can talk and do everything, and then Pluto just can't talk, and he walks around on fours. So that's even more messed up if he actually in this world where everyone else talks and stuff. He can't talk.
If he just took some mentally disabled, personification
of a dog and then put him on a leash and just uses him. That's like, even worse.
You're mine now.
It's even worse. So I'm trying to think. I think Goofy's a good selection. I'm trying to go back into the vault in my brain of other surface level Disney characters.
Mickey had a brother, Oswald.
Really?
He's a rabbit. You ever?
He's got a rabbit.
It's a rabbit brother, yeah.
Brother? What the fuck happened there?
What the fuck is it?
How does that happen?
There's 2 games that came out where Oswald was in them, and they're somewhat recent games. They're on the Wii. I forget the fuck it's called, though. But yeah, Oswald, he was Mickey's brother, and he was in like one of the original shorts back in like the fucking 60s and never came back.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I just had to...
But my thing, nobody really knows much about him. I don't know if he could win a fight or anything.
What about that big motherfucker?
Pete?
I like how you know immediately.
But I played a lot of Kingdom Hearts, man.
I just said that big motherfucker, and you're like, Pete. And they're like, yeah. When you said the old shorts, I thought of Pete like on a riverboat just beating the shit out of Mickey.
Yeah, I mean Pete would be dangerous, but I still feel like, Goofy could run him down. He could tire him out pretty quick.
Yeah. Isn't he Goofy's neighbor or something, right?
I don't know. It depends on the fucking show we're talking about,
But he is from... Is he a Mickey character, would you say more?
Pete?
Yeah. Or is he like in Goofy's world?
Like for fighting?
No, I'm saying like where did Pete originate from? He came from the shorts,
Pete
right?
was the captain of the Steamboat Willie.
Right. Okay, so
he's more Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. But I could have sworn I remember watching like a Goofy TV show when I was growing up, like a cartoon, and Pete was Goofy's neighbor, and Goofy had a child. Goofy had this little kid that would skateboard around and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Goofy movie.
Well, the movie, and I think he had a TV show.
Yeah, there was a TV show. I didn't watch the movie. I never watched the show.
Okay, but in the movie, wasn't Pete like his neighbor or like?
Pete was a cool guy in the movie.
Was he?
I think so. Yeah, I think Pete was a cool fucking dude in the movie.
I thought he bullied him a little bit. Like I thought he was one of those neighbors that was an asshole.
It was probably like Dinkelberg. But
yeah, I felt like.
But I think it was a little bit like more healthy of a relationship than Dinkelberg. It was like, hey, look, I just got a 70-inch TV. Yeah, and Goofy's like, I only have a 65.
Yeah. Okay. So you think he could wear Pete out because he's
I think he's got more stamina than Pete.
Okay.
As long as he could get the full work in there.
Those haymakers.
Yeah, literally. I think if Goofy were to get hit by a couple of Pete shots, he'd probably be done for.
Gotcha.
But I think Goofy has the stamina on him for sure. It comes down to technique at that point.
Yeah. I feel like Pete's got he's got the strength on him and the muscle and the weight, but yeah, he definitely I can see him getting worn out for sure. I think Pete would be I would put money on Pete though.
Really?
I would. I think so. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Goofy still got the reach on Pete.
He's got the reach. Does Goofy have that killer instinct though? The finish the deal. You think? Pete might be like, oh man, my eye, and then Goofy
and then throw some fucking sand down.
Yeah.
And then it's a dad off at that point.
Yeah. I think they were both dads in the movie.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Max, which is Goofy's son, was like best friends with like Pete's son, I think.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to me.
It is. It was one of those memories that like you didn't know you had, right? And just drew it up. I'm surprised I remember that movie. Maybe it was a movie. For some reason I think it was a show.
I think it was a show too, but I'm not sure.
I thought it was called like the Goof Troop or something like that.
The Goof Troop?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds like a band that fucking like tried really fucking hard to get somewhere and never did.
It's like the Kids Bop version of the Trooper. The Goof Troop. The Goof Trooper.
Another Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
I've heard of that. Yeah, a lot of those celebrities and stuff that came from that probably were touched as children. Unfortunately, I don't want to go there, but I just did. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting conspiracy theories. I mean, you can go everywhere with that.
I'll look into them.
We'll definitely look into them.
Throw these bad boys down another time for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll kind of quickly delve into a cryptid. It's not one that I selected.
Whoa.
No,
not one that you selected. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It's just one that I haven't researched.
Well, we should probably catch them up real quick on what I selected.
Yeah, okay. So I'm actually just going to talk about cryptid because I think it's interesting. But we're going to do something here in the near future. We thought it would be fun. It might not be a reoccurring segment, but it's definitely something we're going to do at least a couple times, And it's going to be, we're each going to select a cryptid. And in case you don't know what that means, it's a fancy word for like a mythical creature or, well, in some cases people think they're real, I like to have an open mind and believe it, but it's like, like Sasquatch, for example, is a cryptid. Like the most well-known cryptids like Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster, things like that which could be like folklore creatures or like, a lot of them do have actual newspaper reports and things like that they could be from the 19th century, back in the day before people knew, about planets and shit. Or they probably knew about planets, but I'm thinking a little too far back. I'm thinking about gods. My bad.
Not when they discovered fire.
Yeah. But anyway, some of the cryptids actually do have some shreds of evidence. Some of them are completely like folklore. I think that people
would. I have a question. I'm still kind of new to the cryptid scene here. Would the Loch Ness Monster count as a cryptid?
Yeah, Loch Ness Monster.
Okay. I think that's a pretty good example because from what I've seen when I've been looking into them a little bit, they're kind of just like folklore stuff from different regions of the world, pretty much.
Right. And I'm actually going to look up the definition. I want to make sure I'm like presenting it as the correct definition. This is kind of my loose understanding of it. And I just found a list of cryptids. It actually was not the definition. Here we go. Cryptid, as according to Merriam-Webster, it is an animal such as Sasquatch or Loch Ness Monster that has been claimed to exist but never proven to exist. And it says, contrary to popular belief, cryptids don't have to be supernatural, mythical, or even all that strange. though many popular creatures acquire these characteristics as their legends grow. And it goes on to say, fighting the Grafton monster, a monstrous cryptid vaguely resembling a cross between Bigfoot and a seal. Which is fucking... I don't know why they...
Could you imagine getting fucking slapped by that?
I've never heard of that before, but...
Bigfoot and a seal? Holy shit.
That's about the most bizarre. You know, that reminds me, have you ever seen Cabin in the Woods?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a mermaid monster or something at the end of the movie. It's like, what the fuck is this? So that's the meaning of cryptid. Apparently, in 1983 was the first known use of the word.
In the meaning defined above.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, the first, you know. Yeah. And it wasn't even a thing yet.
Yeah, we're hipster as fuck. Anyway, so we were gonna do like a cryptid type showdown where we're not gonna discuss the cryptids that we select. But we'll pick one and do a little research on it, and each one of us will pick one, and then we'll kind of do a throwdown, like to see which cryptid will win and why. And what we kind of want to do in the future, potentially, maybe not just with cryptids, but with we can do showdowns with many different, like dinosaur showdowns or whatever, anything.
Pop culture,
yeah. Something that we can kind of do, and we might... Video games, anime, characters, anime.
Anything. Beer logos. We got fucking logos, Eddie here. Yeah. Eddie looks like he's ready to whoop some fucking ass.
Dude, Eddie is
He's decked out with this fucking samurai outfit, big katana on his back.
Eddie has always been one of those characters that's just so cool. Like, when you think of, like, cover art from rock bands and shit, like classic metal, that is Eddie. Like, so cool. Anyway, so that's something... The next thing we're going to... The first showdown topic we're going to talk about is cryptids, which we're not going to get into that in this episode, but we will definitely do that shortly. We want to do some more stuff within the future too. We're still kind of discussing that. Maybe do some polls, like you guys can vote, somewhere on what cryptids you think would win, or maybe, write in suggestions about certain topics we can do. Also, maybe if we have guests, we were thinking about allowing them to pick a topic, and then they can be the guest judge on it. And then they pick the topic before they go on, and then we pick, without talking to them, we pick our own thing, and then they can listen to it. And, they can do a guest judge type thing on there, or they can pick one as well and participate if they want to. If they want to do a little homework, I guess.
If any of you know Dimitri Martin or Rob Deerdeck, contact them. If I get them on the second episode, I'll stop recording now. Right? I won't even film a third episode.
How phenomenal would that be? The
I'm
second
just kidding,
episode, we just go right to it.
Yeah.
We just get
for some reason, Dimitri Martin's fucking cousin just tunes in.
He's on Spotify.
He's like, bro, you gotta go see
these
guys.
I got this feeling, man. These guys are gonna be big, dude. That would be incredible. I feel like I feel a little left out now because I don't have. I need to set an actual goal for people.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm like drawing.
I was just thinking about that earlier.
Right now. No, that's cool. I don't want to throw someone out there that's half-assed. There's a lot of people I think would be cool to interview. For sure.
Oh my goodness.
So many people. But I definitely know I've got a select few that would be like the top of the list. I think it would be cool, even to just have certain people in certain like research, I don't know, like scientists and stuff, technology and like nano technology. Tyson?
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I thought you meant like Tyson, the chicken company. I was like,
I thought you meant like Mike Tyson. No. Damn, there's so many Tysons.
There's a lot of Tysons.
We should have the chicken company come around, the CEO of Tyson on here.
Like, damn, man, this guy brought a shit ton of frozen chicken. All right.
Yeah, he'd bring the fucking wings. Bro, I bet you he's a stick in the mud, but if we get him fucking drunk,
we'll totally do that.
I bet you he'd be a lot of fun.
Hey, you know what? I'm not going to turn down a Tyson sponsorship. So, and I know you guys have like a shit ton of money. You guys have the market corner, like 80% of chicken's Tyson.
Send me some fucking honey barbecue tenders.
Yes.
Please.
I would eat it. You like SMR? We'll do some SMR eating chicken nuggets. We'll get a better mic, and then once you sponsor us. Yeah. Anyway, so cryptids are interesting. I've actually done a little research about cryptids in the past, and not specifically looking for cryptids, just like I listened to a lot of like Creepypasta stories and things like that, and like which the Creepypasta is just basically, if you're not new to the internet, it's I think it's a thing on Reddit, right?
I think it's on Reddit. I've never been on Reddit, but I know Creepypasta.
Man, you've never been on Reddit. You're the young one.
I'm even scared of Reddit. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if Creepypasta was on there from what I've heard, though.
Yeah, so
it's like the fucking Thunderdome over there.
Yeah, it's basically just a lot of it's made up. Like almost, I'm sure all of it's made up scary stories. And what I kind of got into that was when I used to work an overnights, and I would get really bored, and I would listen to a lot of I like horror movies and scary stories and stuff like that. So I would listen to that while I was working, just because music, after a while, you work like 8-hour shifts 5 days a week, and then you've listened to the same shit over and over. Music just starts to you need something else to stimulate your brain. So I've listened to a lot of horror stuff. But anyway, I don't know if these are defined as cryptids. I guess it is. I don't know. It's an entity, a category of entities that people talk about. And they're called the black-eyed people or black-eyed children. And they're actually really interesting. And it's not like a band or anything. It's not like the Black Eyed Peas. If you guys think I'm talking about Black Eyed Peas, it's not them. But the creepy thing about them is I first discovered them, and it was actually a newspaper article that a writer for a company or for a small newspaper company in a state he wrote an article about going. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but basically he was going to see a movie. This is probably in 2010 or something. And he got approached by 2 children in the parking lot of the movie, and they asked to come into his car, and then he got really uneasy before he looked at them, and he didn't know why he felt uneasy. I mean, I would be uneasy if it's at night and the kids approach my car in a parking lot. Yeah. And that would be enough to make me feel uneasy, but there was another thing that kind of made him feel uneasy. He didn't really know what it was, and then they saw their eyes were pitch black, no sclera, nothing, completely black. And then they just insisted that they come into his car, and he kind of just freaked out. But that was the first known reported incident of the black-eyed. They're calling black-eyed people BEPs. But a lot of the stories include children, and they'll come to your house and knock on your door, and they'll insist to come into your house and use your phone or things like that. They're really strange, and a lot of times they'll wear outfits that are not of this time period. They'll wear outdated clothing and things like that. And I know I'm not really describing them very well. If you actually read some of the stories and listen to some of the stories about them, there's actually some really fucking creepy, chilling stories. And I know that apparently there are some medical conditions that people can have that will fuck with their eyes a little bit. Maybe not make them completely black, but they can mess with their eyes. So, but, really weird stuff, interesting stuff.
Yeah, we could do creepypasta battles.
Yeah, that would be a good one too. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
But the near future is probably gonna be cryptids.
Cryptids, yeah, we'll go with a cryptid.
Debate over that a little bit.
Yeah. But and then they can also actually be adults too, which I started reading articles later on where
adult battles.
Adults with black eyes. Yeah. No. We should have adult battles. Yeah. I have some neighbors, so we can get them over here. Get some beers on them.
Yes, get some cameras on them.
And they're all really old though, so that makes senior battles. Senior battles.
We'll give them walkers. We'll give them canes with fucking knives on the end.
Oh man, that's great. They'll be right at home in my
shotguns in the walkers.
This will be the room they fight in. This is the grandma room.
Yeah, we can.
They'll feel right at home. They'll think they're at their own house. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. Yeah, I like that. There's many places we can go with it, all over the place, and
it's going to be under the name of Mindhopps.
Mindhopps
on YouTube, MINDHOPPS.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to leave a comment, recommendation, anything like that,
send a message, private message over there. Probably get some more social media up and going in the near future, but we haven't got.
We will have a thumbnail, a very cool fucking thumbnail in the near future. I promise.
We will have a really cool mascot.
Yes,
we will have a very cool mascot. Not 100% sure at this moment.
Oh, I'm 100%
You're 100%. Okay, this man's 100% sure.
I am 100% sure. Right. I will find us an awesome.
Oh no, mascot. We will have a good mascot, but we're just trying to narrow it down to see.
Oh, am I 100% sure about the current situation?
Yeah.
I haven't even tried to start yet, but we'll see.
This man's confident.
I am confident.
This man is so confident. He can't wait to get home to his 10 cases of Yingling Flight that they sent to him while we were recording this episode that hasn't even aired yet on Spotify or any of those medias. So yeah, I feel like this was a pretty good entry into it. I think people are going to have a good idea of where we're going with it. Well, actually, probably not, because we have no idea where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, that was the point. We really did hop around.
We still don't know where we're going right now. But yeah, it'll be a lot of hopping around, a lot of like tangents and things like that. But that's the fun thing about
the whole point of it is to have a good time.
Yeah, nothing too scripted.
Listen around, laugh a little bit.
Yeah, just have a good time. We'll have some.
Maybe we'll shake your world.
Yeah, and. We may have something on the end of every episode. Something to look forward to. You wanna hit him with it? I feel like you're gonna have to hit him with it.
Slam one out there right now.
Let's slam one home here.
All right.
He's digging through his
boiling in the pot right now.
Yeah,
I think I'll start with a simple one. All right. I'll tell you what, guys. If you listen again, next week will be a little bit of a spicier joke, but we're gonna do dad jokes at the end of every episode.
Yeah.
Hey Trenton, how do dinosaurs pay their bills?
Man, I don't know. How do they pay their bills?
With Tyrannosaurus checks.
Oh man, I'm at.
I can tell you're slapping your knee. You're cracking up.
Listen to this, guys.
Yeah,
that's me smacking my knee.
See?
Classic. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay, I think we're gonna sign off now, guys. Until next time. This is Mind Hops.